Hi friends, reading is my passion. As I recommended books which I read it for 2021, here are my recommendations that you can take it for 2022. These are the books which are incredible, powerful books and are really going to make it highly stimulating for you, which you can use it in practice and in your practical life. So let's start. And before I start, I will request you to please subscribe to my channel so that you can stay updated with the latest videos that I share. Here we go. Number 1 on the list is the 4,000 week. Friends, in our life, we have approximately 4,000 weeks. And how we use that 4,000 weeks is very important. This book of Oliver Burkeman talks about the time management for the mortals. It's not about doing too much in life. It's about how well you do it. Don't get trapped in doing everything in your life or in efficiency trap where you keep on doing more and more things will coming up. What matters to you is what you really want to do. Don't get trapped in so many things, but rather the things that you really want to do. It's an amazing read, a very powerful one, in which you can really understand that how to live each and every moment of your life and how you can spend your remaining weeks of that 4,000 weeks and use it to the best. It's an amazing book. Please do read it for 2022 if you have not read. The second on the list is Storyworthy by Matthew Dicks. This is a wonderful book, my friends. It is so incredible that the author Matthew Dicks started writing his stories at the end of the day in 2 to 3 sentences. And he kept on writing about his entire day story for several days. And when he made an Excel sheet of all that, it turned out to be an amazing story which he could share. And life is like this, my friends. If we start tracking each and every day and reflect on it in the form of story, just imagine after a couple of years what a best story that we are going to develop. This book is something that if you do not believe so much in storytelling, then please read this book. You are going to become a powerful storyteller, and how a simple story of yours can really matters a lot, and how you can capture your story and make it into a wonderful memory. Another book that I really liked is Decoding Greatness. In our life, whatever we want to achieve is not about just simply hard work and practice. It also means that understanding how our heroes, how our greats, they have followed their greatness and how we can decode them, how it can be re-engineered. This particular book talks about various ways by which we can decode the greatness of these great guys and follow and admire their steps to really gather the momentum and speed up our success. This is an incredible and a powerful book, my friends. Definitely a worth read for 2022 to really make you really inspire in whatever greatness that you want to achieve. Another book on the list is The Energy Paradox, Dr. Gundry. He is one of my favorite authors. He has written earlier books like The Plant Paradox and The Longevity Paradox. But this Energy Paradox is an add-on. It talks about what are the ways by which we can take care of yourselves so that we have a very high energy throughout. And we can achieve the most of it only when we have a very high energy. It's an amazing book on health, that how we can maintain a very high energy and achieve a lot in our life. There are lots of tips and tricks that are given that we can do for our health to really stay energetic throughout. The next book on the list is The Courage to be Disliked. Courage to be Disliked is such an amazing aspect that if we start to have it in our life, then trust me, whatever we want to achieve, we'll be able to achieve it. Because having the courage to be disliked is like we getting the freedom to do everything. This book became one of the best sellers in Japan, and from Japan it has spread all over the world. And people are really liking this book. It's because of the concept that how we can have the courage to be disliked. And it gives you an immense power to you that how you can get that courage and do whatever you want to do that you really wanted to do and have the courage to be disliked. The next very popular book on the list is Mindset by Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck is a psychologist in Stanford University. She did a research for over 4 decades, and what she found out is the ability of this mindset. The power of mindset really separates somebody who is able to do well in life with somebody who is not. It's the mindset that really matters. And in a lot of experiments that she had really found that people who are able to do well, it's all because of the growth mindset. This book has really taught me a lot because the the ideas that I get it from the book is amazing. The book talks about that our intelligence, our skill is not fixed. It can grow over the period of time. If we love challenges, how we see failures should be embraced. How we see effort, all these things mixes us so well in this book. It's an super fantastic, outstanding book, my friends. Please have a read to have a growth mindset, and we can become we can have a very positive aspects in our life when we have this growth mindset. The next book on the list is Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It by Kamal Ravikant. This is a quick read and an amazing book which you can gift it to your friends and your family members. This book talks about that we need to love ourselves. If we start to love ourselves, then we will start to love the surroundings. Loving ourselves is the most important thing that we should do. The book talks about various techniques by which we can love ourselves and how we can do meditations and other things which are going to help you. This is a book which is really worth it, because at the end of the day, what matters is that how much we love ourselves so that we love the surroundings and how we can be happy. Definitely a must read for 2022. Another book on the list is Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty was a guy who moved to Himalayas and stayed with the monk for almost 3 years. In those 3 years, he understood them, he studied them, and found out what makes him the most happiest person on earth. And he found that these people do not have too much of societal pressure, negative thoughts, and emotional attachment. And how we can stay away from this to be a very happy version of ourselves. The book is a very calm book that if you read, it really gives you a lot of different perspective that how we can think like a monk and how we can be the happiest person in the world. It's a very practical book, and it's going to be a fantastic read, and you will really enjoy it because Jay Shetty is an amazing writer. Another book on the list is Tools of the Titan by Tim Ferriss. This, my friends, is a book where he has interviewed more than 200 people, and he has taken all the best practices, tools, habits that they do in this book. It's a super book because you get an learning from 200 people in one single book. And the best part about this book is that we can start from any chapter and go anywhere. If there are likes of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Naval Ravikant, Tony Robbins, all these great guys are there in the book, and people from other fields who have done superbly, that how they have used the tools, the routines, the tactics, the habits, and how they are able to do very well there in their life, whether it's health or whether it's wealth. And you would really love it. Tools of the Titan, where it covers it all. One book that you should definitely have for 2022 if you are not had it. Another book on the list is 13 Things That Mentally Strong People Don't Do by Amy Morin. Amy Morin, being a psychotherapist, in the initial phase of her life, she faced a loss of tragedy. She lost her mother. She also lost her husband. But being a psychotherapist, she remembered that she needs to avoid certain things so that she can stay mentally very strong. This book really helps us to how to come back of the tragedy or the hard setback that we face in our life with 13 things. And all these things, my friends, is really going to make you mentally very tough. A very strong book if you really want to have a lot of mental strength. The next book is The Unfair Advantage by Ali and Hassan. This book talks about a very amazing perspective that in all our life we have one unfair advantage. That unfair advantage could be in any form. For example, you have got a good education from a good college, or if you are in a circle where there are a lot of business people. All these are some of the unfair advantages that we may have. But what this book really talks about, that this unfair advantage, if you do not have, how you can find those unfair advantages and use it to your advantage to really achieve what you want to achieve. This book gives a very fresh perspective of how to make the best of use of the advantage and how you can make the best of it. The next book which I really like is Crucial Conversation, forward by Stephen Covey. This book is something that really helps you to have a difficult conversation. How to talk about your promotion with your boss, how to deal with a very, very difficult customer, or how to perform, or how to talk to an employee who's low performing. This book, Crucial Conversation, is so practical that in any high situations or in any crucial conversations, how you can really do it very well. Because in crucial conversations, the stakes are always high. There is an opposing opinion and the emotions are also very high. How you can have a crucial conversation to get the best out of that situation. Because even I feel that prior reading to this book, we are not very good at crucial conversation. And this book is really a guide which is going to show you an exceptional ways by which you can have those crucial conversations to make the most out of those conversations. The last book on the list is Cant Hurt Me by David Goggins. This is one of the most powerful motivational book that I have ever read. And let me tell you, I read this book and I used it when I wanted to complete my marathon in less than 1 hour. Because I have never run marathon. And the first thing that I did is, let's go for a marathon and complete it in less than 1 hour. This was quite a challenging task for me. But reading this book really gave me a very powerful perspective. David Goggins had really faced a lot in early childhood. But how he has used all these setbacks and still he has been able to become the Navy SEAL and an ultra runner. I felt so powerful that we have low limitations as human beings. It's an amazing, powerful read. If you really want to get motivated, please read this book. Thank you for listening to me. This amazing books of 2022 is really going to impact you and make it highly stimulating for you. Please go and have this reads of this amazing book if you have not read it now.